How'd y'all like the most? Not Stephanie. Was that not the girl version of Friday? I loved it. Y'all, you are joining us for a live taping of the Decisions podcast. And we are really excited to talk about not only the film, but be joined by Keke Palmer. Stay with a bag, because don't she? And the director, Lawrence Lamont. We're really excited. Can I also just say, this is our second time watching this film, and it was even funnier the second time. So, fetching all the things, let me tell y'all, since I saw this movie once, I hope you know what part I was looking at the second time on this big screen. Worse when it was that big, the boxers and the prints. And the part. And if we are going to talk about anything during the winter, men, stay away from them gray sweatpants. That is the thirst trap for the winter, okay? If anybody in this theater do have something like that, you have a home at my house. Don't do that. Well, we are really excited. We're going to talk a little bit about one of them days, again, with Keke and Lawrence. And first, we're going to go ahead and get Keke out here, right? Let's do it. Y'all want to give it up for Keke Palmer? Clap it up. Y'all, she was a part of our childhood. Give it up for Miss Keke Palmer. Good job.
Already know. I like it.
Hey. Not just the actor in this movie, producer too. You did that. She said, I got all the jobs. She wrote it, she did costume, she picked everything out. Period. You know, really excited to talk to you about this film and everything about it. But also, I'm really glad too to be joined by the director. That's right. Without further ado, we gotta bring him out. Representing the D, y'all, we got Lawrence Lamont. And I'm going to put y'all on to him if y'all don't know, because y'all know him, y'all just don't know y'all know him, okay? All right, so we got to start with this press tour, because first when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, Keke, and I was like, is that SZA too? It was just more and more. Katt Williams, Laurel, like Dominique, Janelle. For real, Janelle. Having all these people, how's press been for y'all? Like, who have you been on tour with so far?
I feel like it's just really getting started. It's been mostly me, Issa, SZA. That's been the main thing. But I'm really ready to see Katt out there too.
He got a show this weekend.
First off, it is the first week of 2025.
I know.
We need
right?
Katt Williams. Where he at?
I
He
know.
gotta tell us how the year go. Because we're gonna be in here all night. I'm gonna listen.
In the true Virgo fashion, he gonna tell you what's going on.
Yep.
How was it working with him? Was there anyone that you guys were actually excited to work with in this film?
Yeah, I mean, everybody. I mean, working with Katt was awesome, though. You know, I mean, he was Katt Williams one time. He came in my trailer his first day. Like, hello, Mr. Director. Katt Williams reporting for duty. And then he was in character the whole time, for sure. Just a pro, you know, and it really brought it for sure.
This is your first feature, right?
It is, yep.
What was it like? I don't even know if... Right? Hello, give it up. I've been wanting to ask you this question respectfully because Keke, we've seen her for so many years. Directing SZA next to Keke, were there moments in her first feature and with yours where you were like, uh-oh, Keke about to be like, that's wrong?
No, actually, no, because, you know, having somebody like Keke Palmer who can elevate scenes, no matter first-time actor, 20-time actor, that gave me so much confidence in knowing that SZA can really bring it. And also SZA to me is Alyssa in real life. So we kind of leaned into a lot of her personal attributes, which made her performance so raw. So y'all may not know, Lawrence also directed Rap with Issa. Yep. And so give it up for Rap. So did that help prepare you to deal with two leading ladies as the stars? Yeah, and I was raised by women too, so I was already. But yeah, it definitely helped me. Rap was, you know, I missed that show. It was a fun time, but it definitely prepared me to, you know, really get it going. But they're pros. I mean, it made it really easy for me. SZA was so impressive to me. Were y'all not wild? Yes. Seriously, she was. Even though to me she was the villain, but what?
Alyssa was the villain.
SZA, girl.
She was the
Keyshawn
okay,
is
hold
the
on,
villain.
Keke. I got a question for you real quick. You read the script, right? So mind you, we also just talked about you've been a spelling bee champ. You've been in a sci-fi film. You've been pimping these girls out.
Come on, pimp.
I can't keep up.
That's a deep cut.
You know what I mean?
No, that's the one.
So when you saw this script, I do want to know if you leaned towards, like, were you able to kind of lean towards the character you wanted? Did you go with Drew first? Did you go with Alyssa? Did you view Alyssa as the villain? Like, this could never be
You know,
my friend.
in my mind, it's like I love both of those characters. So I mean, there is a universe where I could be Alyssa. You know what I mean? Like I love that character. There's so much nuance to it because really, they both are the same person, but they're dealing with it differently. They're in a hard situation, trying to figure out how to make it out. My character Drew is very type A. Alyssa's like, I gotta go with the flow because it's crazy. I need some too. You know, so it's like they deal with their trials and tribulations different ways, but that's why they're best friends. And so I love both of the characters, but I ended up being like, okay, Drew, especially because when we seen my chemistry with SZA, it was just like, okay, yeah, she's Alyssa.
Were
and I'm
y'all
Drew.
friends before? It felt very like y'all were working together for years.
I don't know why we had that chemistry like that. It was just from the jump. Like when I met her on SNL, it was very quick. Because she was preparing for performing. I was preparing for the sketches and stuff. But then when we did the first chemistry read, I mean, Lawrence, you know, it was like, did y'all
wow.
know each other for 10 years? I don't
Seriously.
know why it was like that.
Did y'all rehearse before y'all got into this first chemistry? No, it really was. And even when the cameras cut, it was like, man, we should still be rolling because the best friend energy just carried over. So
Yeah, I think we really just like each other. You know what I'm saying? I remember when we did I went and hung out with her before we did the big chemistry test for the studio and everything.
Y'all got drunk? What y'all
And
do?
we was in her. Well, she did give me, and I was like, "Ooh, it's strong." So we was in her trailer while she was getting ready to perform for the Grammys, and I was just like, "We can do this movie together," because we was in there talk. First of all, tea galore. Okay, we was always getting into some tea.
Oh, not the gossip.
Just living, and I was like, "Okay, you know what? We can do this movie in 20 days if it's me and her."
So wait, that is the truth.
That's the tea.
Y'all filmed this movie in 3 weeks?
it really 22 and a half days.
Now, what is
But-
the average time in y'all's experience for
Like
filming?
35, 40 days.
It could be a lot. I mean,
or
it depends.
50, 60.
Yeah, but say it depends on the budget, depends on what's happening. I mean, I did a movie before, it was 4 months, and we had all this time. Sometimes they don't give you a lot of time. It's just like the nature of the business. So this one, they said 22 days, and we all loved it.
Yep.
We strapped on, and we
did.
said we doing
I mean,
it.
at first it was 20 days, and then some circumstances happened. We ended up losing a day because we were shooting in the jungles, and
They told us to get up out. We got up out.
No.
Stuff
Build on that.
Wow, did they really?
I mean, what was that? They was like, yo,
No,
you
I mean,
didn't
we were
talk to the
good.
right guy.
We had well.
did y'all pay
I'm
everybody's
sorry, wait.
rent for the month?
It was
I need
two.
to know how that
It was
went.
two instances actually. So one instance we were shooting on Crenshaw, and don't get me wrong, I've shot a lot of stuff in LA in the hoods and just in the hoods throughout this country, and I know we gotta pay the ambassadors. That's important. And we did pay some people, but they didn't know that we paid them until the next day.
Boys
They said the check ain't clear.
Them little goons came out. They were like, you need to get up off.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 13, but he's real.
yeah. So-
Wait.
Not the Water Boys was checking
You really
them.
gotta like check in when you come to the.
yeah, they banged on us. Yeah.
Okay, well, we like to do like hypotheticals, right? And since we're talking about money, I would like to know if y'all had more of a budget, more time, is there a scene that you envision that you would have liked to like put into this?
Like how much
or maybe
crazier could it
another
have got?
actor to come in and like, you know.
You know what? I really feel like we captured lightning in a bottle. You know, I think our circumstances is why the film has become what it is. Sure, if we had more time, I would have loved to get more coverage and do more stuff and get more takes and scenes. But I think it was something about the pressure of 21 days with them racing the clock to make rent that kind of intertwined. It made it what it was.
Lawrence, you too media trained for me. So now because men can make money quicker than women, I feel like. I want to throw it out there. If you had $1,500 to make in one day, what you would do as a man, I would like to know.
You on OnlyFans,
Oh
Lawrence?
man, I don't even know. I'm probably just gonna ask family or friends.
Y'all heard the wrong thing.
You
They
ain't
heard
about to have-
ass.
I ain't
It
about
was
to
like,
be in no.
Lawrence,
no
can I
fake
tell you what our podcast used to be called?
What
It
was
used
it
to be
called?
called Horrible Decisions. With the
Okay.
So give us your horrible decisions.
No,
with-
I'm not doing no horrible decisions.
Oh yeah, because I'm not.
Honestly,
It
I'm
ain't that
gonna
real.
let y'all know right now. I told you once, and I'm gonna tell you again. It's these feet.
I
They
see-
going up online. The feet are going up online. They're going to be mashing potatoes, mashing hot dogs, whatever needs to be done. Hot Cheetos. The people want.
Hot Cheetos.
Y'all want to look at these feet.
But you know what's crazy? I actually was getting ready for that. I'm like, when you put on that little neon green, I said the feet coming out.
No,
I'm so actually
it was an
disappointed that
earlier
there
draft.
wasn't a
It
feet
was an
band.
earlier draft where
it was.
Yep, where they met
But we
this
had to
old
think
hooker.
about
They
what
met
we
this
had
old
to do.
hooker, and she tried to help them make their money, but it still didn't work. But
Yeah.
You know what? I'm so mad that we need the. Did y'all
many
at least shoot that?
iterations.
Did y'all shoot that at all?
No, it was one of the scripts. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my mind went straight to amateur night, asking someone.
Okay, I'm getting on the pole.
but by 6 o'clock though, you know what I'm saying? By 6 o'clock,
Right.
They
You can't go to the club.
they didn't know the day before. They
Unless
found
there's day
out, you know?
clubs.
Yeah, and then
Strip clubs.
Drew
be
was
kinda
sleepy the whole time. You know.
Okay, now speaking of strip clubs, I always would say that would be my alternative job. Like, I'm gonna be a bad stripper, but I'm fun. You know, like when you have a bad waitress, but you're like,
Personality.
you like the
people wanna
waitress
talk.
sucks, but she's
That's
sweet.
It's the talkers.
So, if you had an alternate job because you've been an actress for so long, what would you be good at?
I mean, I definitely think I would be. I mean, I'm good at doing hair. I would really lay your hair out, bust down, period. Like, I would give you a good ass
The bust
weave.
down.
I could give you some braids. And I'm going to talk with you because I love to get into the tea. So what did Tion do? What happened with Tyson? You going to whoop her ass? I'm here for that because hairstylists are therapists, but also creatives. And I
Yes.
feel like, that's what actors are.
You know, you suck people into conversation. I was
Every time
Oh, no.
all of y'all say something, my mind is going somewhere else.
I was on a vacation with Keke in Mexico. I don't know if you remember this.
Of
And
course.
this girl started talking to you about a problem she had. We all outside like, what's Keke doing? And she was like this. Call him right now. And I'm like, God. You really jump into therapy mode.
I do because just like in the thing, I'm a ride or die, okay? If you going through a trouble, let's get into it. Do we need to pull up on them?
What
I'm going to play my role.
What would be the thing about Drew that most relates to you as a person?
Oh my gosh, that scene with Drew in there talking to, doing her interview, that makes me think about me in the industry all day long. I'm a host, I'm an actress, I'm a singer, I'm a dancer. What you need, what you got, what you
sit on
gonna
the table?
do. I could own a company. Give me a chance. Just give me a chance. It's for the community. That's me to a T. Like just trying to make it in corporate America. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever your skill set is, for me it was entertainment and, obviously that has its own bubble, but really it's an industry. So all my life, I've acquired so many different skills to maintain and be able to figure out how to make my life, my family lives better. So for me, that scene with Drew up in there being like, I can do all the things, just give me a chance.
Whatever you need.
That's me.
Well, we like to react, and we do want to react to the themes in this movie because a lot of y'all was laughing. A lot of y'all was like, "Who?" When the guy came out the room, y'all was like, "Man." When SZA lost money, y'all was like, "Man." The emotions I felt during this entire room watching the movie was vast. So I do want to know what boundaries the both of you have made with friendships because I don't think Drew had any with Alyssa, honestly.
Because when we got to see in the first 10 minutes, Amanda moved in your house, it really made us sit there and say, when did you say no?
I mean, if we're talking about living with people, girl, your man ain't living here. Because if that's the point, then you should go live with him.
Period.
So we're not doing all that.
But you can need a home when you got a big
He
lane.
homeless though.
Tell me, have you had any situations with friends that kind of reminded you, like Alyssa, like a little bit delusional or using the
Definitely
ancestors and the
delusional.
crystals? Either of you?
I mean, all of the above. Yeah. And I've been the person too. Like, I feel like I've gotten into crazy situations. And I feel like that's the funny thing, right? Like, depending on which combination of bestie you're with at the time, you could be Drew or Alyssa. Like,
Yes.
I've been Drew before, but then I've also been Alyssa too. And I'm like, sorry, boo. Like, I've been both.
What about you, Lawrence?
Yeah, I think
Lawrence is Drew.
I think
all
I'm more
day with all
Drew.
this.
Yeah, I think I'm.
You said you're type A. You're not doing the crystals, the manifestations.
I do, but
you do that
But I do journal
with a plan.
with a plan. Yeah.
With a plan.
We can tell from the
I
glasses.
do. Yeah, I really do. I really do. But I definitely feel like I'm more Drew. But I grew up around it all. My mom was Drew and Alyssa. I'm a little more Alyssa. So that's one of the ways I found my way into this movie. But I'm definitely Drew. I'm not about to be giving nobody compliment.
Being that y'all are both type A, SZA kind of gives Alyssa in real life. Tell us about a time on set, something we didn't see that was just super memorable, all of you together, and even characters we haven't seen.
I got a moment. I mean, we were shooting a Payday scene. which was one of the most fun scenes. It's fun on screen, but I just remember how funny it was. It was a scene where the script, we didn't know if it would play because they sit down. It's not that much physical comedy. They just back and forth. The first couple of takes, though, I remember saying, "Cut, I'm going in and give some notes, direction and stuff." Her and SZA on the ground laughing. Like we got tears in our eyes. They kicking their feet up laughing. So it was a lot of little moments like that, but that's something I definitely remember. And I think it translates on the screen.
No, the woman, can I get her name?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, she's in Curb. She's on Abbott Elementary. Kayla Majaya.
So good.
That woman.
Can I ask you if any of that coming from Curb, was any of that improvised?
A lot of it
Yeah.
was.
A lot of that was improvised.
Yeah, for sure.
So much of that scene, whole scene.
Yeah, she
She
killed it.
killed that. Now, I do want y'all to know, because this is Decisions, for 8 years, I have let everyone know that I do not like blood.
Oh, we.
Love Janelle James, hate blood, right? And so if you're watching a comedy, you don't think you're going to go like this. Y'all, I covered my eyes.
That was too much.
I was like, now what is this?
That
Now,
was a choice.
was that scene always written out like that? I have a few questions for that
No.
scene.
It was ridiculous.
It was.
When I tell you that we were shooting that, because there was so much
was a
that you
lot.
have to do with the special effects and
Yeah.
getting the shot and getting the setup, and everybody got to get their close up. It was
Yeah,
just
it was a
so
lot.
much. But I remember when they got to finally doing the blood, we
Yep.
just started dumping blood on folks. It was crazy. That one dude was like, so bad.
Yeah, and we
That white man at the end.
and we only had one take to do
I was
all
gonna
the
say, how
blood.
many takes did y'all do with that? Like, how many times did you clean
It
the
was
room
one.
and do it again?
No, we
It
didn't
was
have
one.
time.
Oh,
Yeah,
because you make
to
a mess,
change
you
them
can't clean
over.
that blood.
So we just rehearsed
One
it like
time.
crazy and just hyper planned it. I had 3 cameras rolling.
and somehow SZA still looked sexy. Like, what was that?
Right.
She was like,
SZA was so sexy.
she was like, do we still get the money?
That electrocution, I was like, yeah, I was still here. Now tell me this, for people that have never seen a movie being made or really don't understand, even when you said 20 days, I'm like, that sounds too fast, but then you
Yeah.
said 40. For a scene like that,
Yep.
being that it's special effects, how many hours are you doing that?
I mean, that was a whole day. That
So
was
we had to do it quick, but I think a lot of
Look,
movies
Keke said, I know the time I was there.
a lot of
she there
movies,
first though.
a lot of movies would do it that one scene for 2 or 3 days.
Yes. Yes.
So that's like to be like, okay, we really getting all our time. That a scene like that could take 2 or 3 days.
Yep.
We did it in it was like 24 hours. Like it was like the whole day.
whole day.
Yeah.
Wow.
The whole day, 24 hours.
Well, honestly, that scene was because we shot that whole sequence that
Damn,
day.
that was a lot that day.
So we
Yeah.
did that scene probably within like 4 hours.
Mhm.
4 or 5
So in
hours.
20 days, you had to have your hair out like that the whole time? You had your hair out like that?
No, so that was a wig. Thank God.
Thank God.
That would have been crazy.
That was a good wig.
Shout out
I'm
to
just
my
saying,
girl,
I've seen other
Nikki
films filmed in 20 days without them wigs, girl. That wig was cute.
I got another question. So I saw Maude Apatow. That's her name, right?
Yes,
Maude?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Right. And we know her mom, and I mean, like,
Yeah.
her whole family.
Whole
in
family,
Hollywood.
yeah.
Seeing so many big celebrities like that, is that favors y'all got to call in? How does this work? Are you
Let's
like, yo,
start studying.
we got Keith, we got SZA, who in? Like,
That's all they said. They said Keke in and everybody came.
Honestly though, I mean,
Issa too.
Issa too.
Issa.
Keke and I kind of got attached around the same time.
Yep.
And I think that was, with the strikes happening in Hollywood being so slow, the script felt so good for people that people wanted to join it. And I think having Keke, SZA, and Issa's attachment up top really helped us get everybody else in. And once they read the script and, I feel like we tailor-made these characters for who plays them. They just they locked in and fit into our world easy.
And that was it.
People want
That
to do
just
it for the fam, for
They
the team,
did.
for the community. Like let's all get
Truly.
together and make something that we can enjoy. Life
Yeah.
is crazy, 2025.
It
Ooh,
is.
crazy. Let's try to
We need to
find
laugh.
some joy. Yeah, let's try to find some laughter. Okay, I'm tired of crying.
we were dying. I actually wanted to ask you, since there were so many laughs, did you have any fears about a scene that wouldn't play? Like, since you've been watching it in theaters and getting to see it with people, what scene, when you hear people dying laughing, surprises you?
To be honest, I know I mentioned the Payday scene, but I'm gonna say the Payday scene because on the page, on the script, it was funny, but it wasn't like that much action going on.
That was
It's
my
like
favorite. That was my favorite scene.
Exactly.
My friends were laughing the hardest just now to that scene.
Yeah, so it was kind of like, are people gonna read this? They sitting down. It's not so much. Are we slowing the film down? There were just so many questions.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably mine for sure.
Every time this scene gets a laugh. First of all, I think it's really sweet how people laugh with her Maniac, with Drew.
Yeah, for sure.
that
for sure.
little romance. But I think the one that it makes me laugh, that people laugh at, is Grand Rising.
Yeah, Grand Rising.
I saw you laughing and getting shy when you was flirting with him.
Oh my gosh, yes. First of all, let me just tell y'all, the world is so small. So the guy that plays Maniac, his name is Patrick. His father, I come from a small town. When I tell you a small town, it's called Robbins. It's outside of the city. It's in Illinois. Really, really poor town. Make a long story short, Patrick's daddy and my mama went to high school together. What? It's so crazy how that can happen. And we're love interest in this movie. Like, I just think that's so crazy. How could that be?
Girl, you gonna end up with him.
No, wait. I do want to know that. Since you was the
Fireline was
producer.
improv. She didn't know that he was gonna say that when she jumped.
Yes, that was the real thing.
He told me.
Wait, what part?
So at the end, he told me.
It was just us two.
When he says to me, like, it's crazy. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I brought you, I just dragged you out this burning building and you still look fine as hell. She didn't know. So her reaction is real. That
What's that? So you were just blushing in real life.
Yes.
You know I like a short king.
Okay. See, wait, was he short? Wait, Keke, did you have any say in the casting of the eye candy for this film?
Yes, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was really, I would say, you guys did a great job casting. They, putting everybody together. So I mean, it was kind of like I'm a part of the process, but I trusted him as a director too.
Did everyone line up in gray boy shorts, or like
No.
Oh my gosh,
Was
the
that-
Keyshawn, that is too much.
I mean, I guess we can't ask about it. Like, was it?
That's all we wanted to
Was
see,
it
girl.
like an extension?
That was 100%
picked that.
real.
Issa chose that.
That was 100% real.
Shut up.
No, that's not. No, seriously, straight up. That's 100% real. I swear on everything, y'all.
What's his name?
She's not lying.
I'm not lying. That's 100% real. What you
his
saw?
Instagram followers about to go up. They said, "I got a home for you."
Hey, big
You gonna turn the stone up?
I do want to make sure we get to talking about the music as well, because anytime watching any production with Issa, she has the soundtracks, and I think we've missed out on the era of soundtracks with this, and this provided a good one.
Yeah, we were
Yep.
dancing a little too much in this audience, I feel like.
Oh, everybody was turned up.
You a bad bitch, fuck it up.
Hey! You
I
had,
like
you
when
had
she was- when they
Doechii, you
got
had
their
Carrie,
ass
you had everybody. So what was that like? Like after the scenes were shot, you picked the
No.
music to fit it, or?
I mean, in a way, when I first pitched on this project almost 4 years ago, that was a part of my presentation about how I want the music to be. Some of my favorite films touch all genres. You got soul, you got funk, you got R&B, you got rap. I think that adds an extra layer to our film. So at the start of the film, we had a very small music budget. So a lot of the stuff was indie. And then I remember doing like early previews, and the president of TriStar was just like, put some big songs in there. We're gonna try to figure it out. So I'm like, all right. So we ended up getting more money. And we just try stuff out. It's really about just placing it, listening to it over and over again. I had made a playlist that was like about 300 songs on there.
Wow.
And we work with a music supervision team that Issa's music
That
supervision
licensing
team,
is
and
hard.
It's hard.
But
It
also,
really is
hopefully, SZA gave y'all the TDE discount. Cause
don't nobody want to
you
get no
know,
discounts.
Oh, she-
but we we got Doechii and we got Rayvon
Yes.
in here too. So
Amazing.
we did honestly, they did show us some love for sure.
That is amazing.
Can we get a little inspo? You said 4 years ago shopping it. Had there ever been a point where you were like, I'm giving up on this?
No.
Really?
Yeah, because this time Hollywood, you gotta have persistence. You gotta have perseverance, I should say. If you give up on it, you giving up. You know what I mean? It's some filmmakers. I look at Martin Scorsese, for example, Killers of the Flower Moon. He was trying to make that movie in the 70s. And he just made it, and he turned 80 years old. You know what I mean? So
And we know Keke with Key TV. She out here, she making a script every week.
Oh my gosh. But it does take a long time. It really, really does. And that's a big part of Key TV is like, how can we create an incubating system that helps usher these projects quicker into the hands of, people like Sony or people that are going to give you the money to be able to do them at the scale you want to. But it's not easy. I love talking about that when we talk about this movie, because I want people to understand that that's the reality.
Yes.
If it doesn't happen immediately, don't take that as a sign that it's never going to happen. It took Akilah and the Beat 10 years. Oh, wait, shoot. About 20 years to get made.
Girl, you weren't born.
Exactly. So it was like, man, they had to wait for me to be born for it to get made. That was why it took so long. So,
20 years.
So it's
It was gonna be Amy and the Bee, and they say, "Hold on, look at that little black girl. She got,
We got to do Akilah.
we like
God.
Akilah."
it's almost making good.
yeah, that's so funny. But Keke and I, we just believed in the story, though. Literally, we just were like, "It's this. We gotta tell it. It's original. We haven't seen this before.
Yes.
We gonna do whatever it takes. We gonna audition however many people. We gonna
Yep.
keep fighting, and one of them days.
For all the movies that you've done, what about this film for you made it feel different? You've had Very Serious and then Nope, where we got to see. What was it about this that made you feel just like, damn, I did something different?
Well, I feel like this is, first of all, I will say again, SZA, me and SZA, anytime that you're working and you're collaborating on a project, the chemistry with you and the people that you're working with are always going to make the difference. And I feel like there's something that's very magical about her. And I think there was something very magical about us working together in this time, space, in this moment in time that I think we captured that I feel it makes it unique. But then also I would say I'm proud of every movie that I've done. Obviously, that's why I did it. I liked it on the page and I liked it when it's finished. But it's not always the movie that I'm going to watch every day or watch before I go to bed. Like when I look at this, it made me think about Brown Sugar. It made me think about all those movies from the early 2000s, late 90s, black movies that I'm yeah, put that on because it makes me feel good. And so I think that's also the difference. Another movie I did that made me feel like that in a different way, it's more of a drama, is this movie I did called Brotherly Love, where it's a movie I would just sit and watch. That's how I feel about this, but in a comedy sense.
I love that. When I get my hair done, I actually put on comfort movies.
You know what I mean?
And sorry, Sony, when I was looking at the screener, I was like, ooh, do I do it with my braider? Because she gonna love it. Do I do it with my braider? And honestly, it's so funny because when we spoke about it later, I said, oh my God, girl, I just got to watch the most amazing thing. And when I get my hair done next, I can't wait for you to watch it too. I really felt like that's what it was for.
That's real word of mouth right there.
So good.
Seriously?
That's the vibe.
Because you know what we finna cut on.
Yeah, no, but I also said watching it a second time made it to where you feel like, oh no, this is about to be a classic. Because I could watch it again and it got better. I missed some things. I missed some
people
things.
laughing over jokes.
But then watched it again and I was like, oh dang, that was funny. The tumbleweed.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tumbleweed.
Never here.
Come on.
Tumbleweed.
Is there any little piece before we leave our audience tonight of something you want to share about this film that they could take home with, or just a piece of this movie that, or just even talking to each other about what this meant?
Oh man. I mean, I hope people leave this movie and have hope at the front of their mind. We see our world is so crazy right now. Economy is all over the place. And we see these characters whose backs are against the wall. It looks like it's over with, but it's not real, And I think that's an analogy for life. We talk about how long it took this movie, we had the perseverance. So as long as you're hopeful and you believe in your heart that, what you want can happen, it can happen for you.
Yeah, I mean, I piggyback off of that, and just to have joy. I think it's so important for us to find joy. It is life can really be crazy. It can be a lot, and I think the big thing is community. So whether it's the community of seeing Drew and Alyssa come together with theirs on screen, or the community of all of y'all gathering here to watch it, if we could bring each other together to laugh and enjoy, to me, that I've done my job. That's what I like to do as an artist, is to bring people together for something good, for something hopeful, for something positive. And so that makes me happy. Looking at all y'all, we was laughing up in here together, that's fun to me.
You can watch this and know you will make your rent. You will make it. However you need to make it.
And if you don't, you gonna be all right.
You might need to show them toes, but hey.
You might need to show them toes.
Keke, Lawrence, thank you so much for joining us here. Y'all got a round of applause for Keke and Lawrence. Hey, you guys, make sure
January 17th. January 17th.
January 17th, y'all.
All right, we're out of the theater, y'all. We just left Keke.
Yes.
Miss Big Boss Palmer. We just left Lawrence Lamont. That shit was fun as hell.
It was so much fun. It's so crazy because, I mean, I know you guys have never really heard us do an episode like that. I don't think we ever have done an episode like that.
Not me,
but it was a good time. It was a good time. Now, it's crazy because horrible decisions was in my mind while I was up there. So I was like, ooh, caught that. Ooh,
y'all want a little background, team? So this part of the episode is just Mandy and I, reflecting on a movie, reflecting on our experience with this. For our listeners, first thoughts I had that I thought were funny. Out of the red carpets we've done together, I have felt so fucking rushed out. And it was so beautiful to be in Atlanta where everybody knows us.
Yes.
Because I actually was exhausted.
Stopped at everybody's. So I do want to shout out Exo Nicole, Radio 1, Revolt,
Dish
Nation, Rolling Out.
Bossip. Did you say that?
Bossip. Yeah, it was dope. We immediately went to the red carpet and they was like, we here with decisions
formerly horrible decisions.
But to be fair, can I just
like
say,
that.
not saying no one didn't know us, but that is how they're supposed to be prepared. When you're doing red carpet,
They should be.
Even if you don't know someone, you're holding a piece of paper, you're seeing who's coming out.
But also, we was the hosts.
That's true.
Y'all better know us.
You have a face
You know what I
sheet.
mean?
You know what I was literally thinking to myself when we were leaving? Keke looked bomb.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, bro, like flying from New York last night, like she does so much that it really made me think to myself, do I do enough?
Oh, I think that every time I speak to Angela Yee or even Charlemagne, and I'm like, oh, if we got the same 24 hours, maybe I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
Because they juggle a lot of things, which is why, like, I know, like, when I told you I was doing radio down here, you was like, well, we have a tour. Are you going to have enough time? I said, bitch, I'm going to make it happen. I see Angela make it happen. I see Charlemagne make it happen.
What's your radio schedule going to be like?
I don't know none of that yet. Air check is being sent out. I'm talking to a lot of people. And
what's air
not
check?
that I'm using like a manifest word here, but I'm literally just saying it because it's finna happen. That's it.
Oh, girl.
It's not like locked in officially, but when I make the announcement to y'all can come right back to this timestamp and see what a manifestation looks like. I moved here for radio. So there you go. In another bedroom.
I like that. I like when people say, I moved to a city for love and then they get married. I moved to a city for a job and then you have it. I think that's beautiful. So, someone told me on Horrible Decisions that I said I wanted to do trap Pilates last year.
Oh.
I don't remember that.
That's crazy. I don't know if I remember
I talked about Pilates and how to
But you have been talking about just working out, period, since we started the pod. I think before we started the pod, you had me going to spin classes with your ass.
I had you
and my
going
ass was hurt.
To Switch Playground where my fitness director
No.
No, you don't remember we went together?
Oh, that was one time just to film behind. I never wanted to do Switch Playground. That was not my type of workout.
I love a crazy workout.
I like bar, Pilates, and yoga. Hot yoga specifically. That's it.
I've actually been thinking about adding a bar for trap bar classes. But okay, back into it. So manifesting. Okay, see, that's us being SZA right now.
No. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all heard me say it. SZA's character, Alyssa, is a fucking terrorist. Like, I watched it, and every scene with her made me more and more mad. I said, I could never have a friend like
the Delulu.
It was not only the Delulu of it. Yes, moving in the broke nigga with the big dick. Okay, sure. But it was just like, even I think when Keke couldn't believe she posted, I don't want to give the movie, but, I'm not going to give the movie, but there were moments in there where Alyssa just did things where it's just like, oh, bitch, you just dumb. You just dumb. You don't care about shit.
You just sexy and dumb.
And then to me, when a friend try to tell you, like, bitch, you stay fucking up, for her in that moment to be like, well, bitch, you ain't shit either. And I was just like, me and my friends never have these exchanges. And I was just like, this can't be what friendships look like.
I actually got a little anxiety in their argument in the movie because I haven't had a like scream out match with a friend in a long time.
No.
Actually, I don't know the last time that happened, but it made me think to myself, a lot of my friends are opposite of me. I have some type A in me and I have some Alyssa in me. That's why I'm able to do what I do or, even be an entrepreneur. I think you got to have a little type A.
Yeah. No, you have I think, more type A than Alyssa.
Yeah, I mean, no, I am.
Yeah.
But it made me think to myself, is there a balance in friendships where two type A's, can two Keke, aka Drew in the movies, can two Kekes get on well? Is it nice to have that oppositeness, much like in dating? It's really nice to date someone with the opposite personality a bit.
I have a lot of type A friends, but I don't think I would move into doing business with any of my friends at this point, just because I value my friendships too much. But I like type A people. Like, I like people that are like organized and not so aloof. I do have some aloof ass friends though. I do have some delusional ass friends, and I do have friends.
Not call them out, girl.
And I do have friends that create their own realities. Like, they'll be telling me about something and I'm like,
hold on, is it because of dick though?
Oh, it's about dick a lot. I ain't even gonna hold you. My one friend, and she don't listen to the pod, so I'm about to talk about her because I called her out in person. So we talking and she's telling me about this 24-year-old, but she's speaking about him like he's new. So all these things are new. And I said, bitch, the car dealership nigga.
Oh my
bitch,
God,
this was a nigga from 2 years ago. Oh, you do know about him. Yeah, you fucked his coworker. So I'm like, the way she's
bitch, get her on the pod.
It was a lot. So I'm like, well, she's like, well, he doesn't work there anymore. And I was like, bitch, you still fucked his married coworker. It was tea. So I was like, bro, you're really sitting here trying to talk about this nigga like he a new nigga. I was so confused. I do want to do like...
I feel like I've done that on Horrible, actually. There's been maybe in the last, I don't know how many years, but there's been a nigga I've had sex with that I was
you
just
be acting like he a new nigga?
No, I don't act like he's a new nigga. I just don't intro who he is, how it's said. I'll just talk about the dick. And I'll be like, I don't even feel like I think there was a time I fucked Lambo and I was like, I just can't believe I fucked this nigga again. Like, let me just...
That's crazy.
But to me, sometimes you want to share your excitement for the dick you just had, but the way that a friend will hold you accountable is like, bitch, I don't want to hear that. I needed to get fucked.
Okay, yeah.
Like, let's just say you fuck 24/7. Right?
Never again.
Let's just say it happened.
Although I do kind of be looking at him sometimes because we done been in the same room.
I seen him and that one nigga together.
When I tell
the one that can't read, and I said,
girl, we not gonna do that.
I said, oh my God.
He be outside with all the niggas. But I would never give him pussy again. Even though he fine. I think I now know.
Last argument was...
But the last argument was bad, but also I've been told of too many other bitches he fucked and it's just like, ew. Like you just give that good dick to everybody. What is your problem? Oh, I could show you a bitch he fucked so ugly. And I was just like,
so?
Yuck. I like
what's
good dick to be
like,
exclusive. I'll show you her. She's awful.
Well, what is it about? So she probably like
she's trash.
What's wrong with her besides the face
and the body? Body and face trash.
And Mandy, maybe
body
she's cool.
And face trash.
Maybe she's funny.
No, I've been around her. She's not that funny. Ugh. And her lips are like.
Maybe she a freak. Let me see.
No, because you be giving too much details when we on the pod.
I know. I want to really shut my mouth.
I do want to talk about one of them days just to wrap this episode up though, only because I will say hearing them say that we were this close, and when I say this close, it's really small, to getting a sex worker scene. I really wish they did the foot shit.
Oh my God.
I really wish they did the foot shit.
But you know what though? I'm kind of glad they didn't because I wonder if somebody would have just found a way to pick it apart. Like a lot of the girls be like, oh, why do you gotta I don't know. It was very fun. It was very silly. And I wonder if it was a choice to take it out. You gotta think, everything is a choice, right? A lot of the sex worker shit people act funny about.
Bro, feet though? Like that would have been... I don't think
feet is a big deal.
The thing, so it's crazy. So watching this movie, and it was a question I wanted the audience to sit with. $1,500 in a day. It's so crazy because I know we got asked that question on the red carpet, and immediately I said I would hit up all my niggas.
I would have sex.
I'm not gonna lie. I have so many niggas even from the past and friends that are millionaires that I could just ask for money. But then I also thought, bitch, the first thing I did when we started really making money, I think maybe our first like live show, I bought this watch. And it's only because everyone told me, bitch, a Rolex doesn't really lose value, da-da-da-da. I could go turn this in and get $8,000 tomorrow. Get $8,000 today if I went and wanted to turn it back in. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, I'll get my watch up. And that's what else I thought. I said, damn, they didn't even have a scene like with a pawn shop. I'm thinking of realistically like growing up, the cash advance, that's what my mom used to do.
That's what I used to do.
That was actually my first thing, cash advance. Then a pawn shop actually would have been my second thought. And which jewelry, gold keeps value, which is why when I was just in St. Croix, I was like, bitch, we got to get the gold because gold is more affordable there. It's like 30% off.
So I'm going to be real.
You wouldn't think a pawn shop?
Here's why.
Cameras,
the most valuable
jewelry,
thing
electronics.
I own, like the most valuable thing is my Rolex too. However, I've seen Rolexes on the real for $2,100. And I really believe.
But you only need 15. I'm talking about if you need the 15, just get the goddamn watch up.
To me, that don't hold no value. Shit be going down, bitch. The pawn shops can look you in the eye and see desperation, bitch. And then they're gonna be like, you know what?
Oh no, I could take this to Boucher. Turno.
Bitch.
Like, can we that's where I got it from.
Mandy's trying to speak French and she knows that's my town.
That is not French.
Well, now,
but yeah, I was thinking pawn
now,
shop.
If someone doesn't have something that is of that much value, what do you do? What do you sell in your home? The other things that you own are laptop.
Yes.
Car.
You can do your car. Okay, that's extreme, bro.
What?
and you can't really turn in a car. A lot of people are on a car with a lease.
That's why you got to turn over that pussy. That's what I would have done.
You know what's crazy? That was my overall take from this movie. And what
Is that we're whores?
No. Is that they have poor pussy management. How the fuck can you not call any nigga you ever fuck and ask for some bread?
Because they was living in the jungles, Mandy. What the fuck?
Regardless, poor pussy management. There's bitches that live in the projects that can still call up a nigga and ask for some money.
Alyssa got on your nerves, who, if you didn't watch the movie, had a SZA. She damn sure hopped on Tinder and was looking for rich niggas. So,
wrong app. Bitch, we gave y'all the apps to go on. Seeking arrangement. What's your price? There's so many other websites that
for anyone that has never listened to Horrible Decisions, whatsyourprice.com is a website where you can literally sell a date. I'm actually going to go on there and let's just take a little read of what their site is looking at right now, what they call.
I'm writing a script right now, and I want that website.
Okay.
Or
dating
like it.
Done differently. Online dating starting with an offer. Welcome to What's Your Price, where the dating gets real. Forget endless scrolling and dead-end conversations. It's real dates with people who want to meet you. It's a fast lane for dating. Ditch endless messaging and go for the quick stuff. The average offer is about $120.
Yep.
6.6 million members. 30% of all offers are accepted. And the other thing that is really great about this is that the users have viewed more than 62 million date offers. So it's not like this is a dead site where it's not really going anywhere.
No, so basically you go on there, you create a profile, and men will offer you money to take you out. And when they take you out, it's their responsibility to also cover the meal. So you can get paid to eat with a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's what I'm talking about.
So that's
but
what I would have done.
That one date
Bitch,
where the nigga ain't paid.
I would have went on a coffee date. I would have went on a lunch date and a dinner date. There go my rent.
So this one I thought was amazing. In 2016, it's a while ago, but a single mother, and this is from the dailymail.com, charges men hundreds of dollars to go on dates. From whatsyourprice.com, she scored a $2 million paycheck from one of them to fund her new company. On her first date from What's Your Price, she told him about a business plan and he gave her $2 million to invest.
Oh, now, bitch, I might actually need to start going back on that website. Because I don't mind like having somebody pay me to go eat.
Let me tell you what my homegirl said the other day. She had a fucking fire idea. Okay, so one of my homegirls was like, I'm looking for the rich niggas, right? So my friend was like, go to a coffee shop in Beverly Hills, get on your laptop, and then they're just going to talk to you because you're hot and just start telling them about your business plan.
You could do that.
Just continue to do it. And then if that's how these men meet you, they're going to be like, oh, we should have a meeting. But really, you about to trick.
Yeah. I'm not mad with that.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
I'm not mad at that.
What Atlanta coffee shop could they go to?
Bitch, I ain't going to hold you pistachios back. And this is not an ad, but that pistachio.
Starbucks?
Bitch, it's Starbucks, bitch.
For people that listen to Decisions.
Oh.
This girl loves pumpkin and pistachio. And I would like to ask you, white woman.
Because I am biracial. Here we go. I am a seasonal slower. I love seasonal flavors. Like, there's True Food Kitchen here in Atlanta. And
I like the food.
Oh my goodness, bitch, their little winter menu with the squash right now. Give me something with squash and ricotta.
Okay. And so January 17th, it's this Friday. This Friday, y'all can check out one of them days. And like we said, it made us feel at home.
Yes,
it felt like watching Friday. It was so much fun. Definitely go with your girls.
Go with your girls.
Go in the fields where they got a little cocktail.
Bitch, that's what I said I liked last night. You said that's doing too much.
Oh, no, I like a ratchet movie theater, but I'm just saying for the girl dates.
Oh, yeah, no. For the girl dates, I actually just did that with my best friend. We went and saw Wicked, and then I took my mom and my sister to go see Mufasa. But we went to one of those movies where we was eating we had a charcuterie board, we had an espresso martini. So if you guys have an iPick theater anywhere, I really love going to watch movies like that because it's like a dinner and a movie.
Yeah.
So you knocking out 2 in 1.
Bitch, them tickets be $30.
No, they're only 20 here.
Oh.
But then you're ordering food and drinks. So it does get a little expensive.
Shit,
but
go on with your price and then tell them,
you want to go see one of them days. And then, they be wanting to talk on them days.
It's okay. That's the perfect date.
I'm not going to lie. It's definitely a girls out movie. I do think it's a really cute date night. T.I. and Tiny actually came and watched at the screening. I saw quite a few couples actually in there. Unless they were just there with it. But I saw a lot of guys and girls at the screening.
SZA was something to see. Keke little body in that little neon.
Listen.
Y'all seen in the trailer?
It was really, really fun to see them on the screen. And I got to see SZA on tour last year for SOS.
I know you
And I
talked
was
about how
just
much you
like,
loved her.
she is kind of really an artist, because like to see her act in this, like she was a great actor actually. To see her act, maybe she was also just acting like herself, which is the type of role I think I would deal with.
That's what they say that non-actors should do. But after this movie, y'all, and I'm not just saying it because Sony brought us out, but I swear to you, at the end of the movie, you know, high expectations always for Keke.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, SZA was really
did
good.
that. SZA did that. I
Actually,
ain't gonna hold you.
I think Alex was texting me in the movie and like, SZA's kind of surprising me.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, when you see an actor for the first time, or someone you know that becomes an actor, that's how we know SZA, right?
Yeah.
From her music. You're kind of like, oh, okay, well, maybe she'll be, nah, bitch, she killed that shit.
Yeah, no. She killed it. And then also it was just amazing to see Janelle James in the film, Katt Williams. The woman from Curb, which was my favorite scene of the movie, which is crazy. The conversation we had with the director, the scene where they said they didn't know if it would get that many laughs. The cash advance place was my favorite scene.
Oh, do you want to give any little tea from last night, like BTS? Because I thought the coolest thing was watching Keke and Lawrence just react to stuff. I kind of almost watched the movie and stared at them.
Oh yeah, no. Keke was sitting right. Keke and her mama was sitting right in front of us.
I love watching people watch themselves.
But I love that she was watching her own film back, and I think that lets you know how much they really both
take it serious.
Her and the director like enjoy the film.
And I also want to let y'all know, you know, just being bi-coastal, I've been going to a lot of screenings, and the actors come in for the panel, and this movie and Bad Boys,
because Will and Martin watched it,
and that was a very small theater of like maybe less than 175 people.
Ours was a big theater,
and so just to see the actor be engulfed in their own work and paying attention to their craft, like that's when you get the people that are this big. But I've definitely been to some screenings where they just pop right in. And by the way,
I might need a hologram. Because I kind of want to sit in a Horrible Decisions live show. Like, I know we're going on tour again, but I kind of like want to be able to see what it looks like.
Well, if you could see Mandy and I backstage, whenever there's like a video of us playing or something, we're always looking like, how are people reacting? What are they doing?
Yeah, we be trying to sneak and be like, are they laughing? Did they laugh? Every time Vinny comes back, are they laughing? What type of crowd is it? Like,
I know.
We really want to know because we like to be engulfed with the crowd.
And
so
also when when we're traveling and we have to book like an opener that we don't know, if Mandy and I don't hear a laugh, we're like, fuck this nigga. Like, we just like, you need to know.
I think we did really good with our last tour, with our performers, openers, our Kingsters. It was a really good tour. But yeah, one of them days, y'all.
Go check it out.
Make sure y'all go check that out, January 17th. And I did do a little vlog. I don't know when it's going to be up. I'm working on editing it now.
Mandy's a TikToker.
Baby, I was trying to do all the little things. I had my friend with my little Osmo, and she was like, bitch, I don't know how to work this. Where's the manual? But she don't know how to do shit. Shout out to my best friend, though. And again, January 17th, one of them days in theater. Make sure y'all check it out. And we also want to give a really, 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 really huge thank you to our patrons.
Oh, I was going to say Sony. Thanks.
Sony, too. I'm going to thank
our
Sony.
Patrons, yeah.
But I want to let you guys know in 2025, all the things were given to our Patreon community. We were allotted, thanks to Sony, 20 seats to invite our patrons. So,
well, inviting patrons was something we wanted to do.
We wanted to do it. I love that Sony allowed that.
You guys invest in us, and we're investing back, whether you spend $5 a month or $25.
No, Sony went to give us seats, and we were like, we would like to invite our community. Can we do that? Can we get more seats? And one of our patrons drove from fucking Kentucky to come and watch the screening.
Where is that at? Hey, Siri.
It's like 2.5 hours.
How far is Kentucky from Atlanta? 4 hours, 5 hours, and 61 minutes in traffic.
And she drove. Shout out to you.
I'm gonna act like that was for me and not Keke.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, thank you to our patrons. And again, thank you to Sony for having us host our first screening. And one of them days, y'all check it out. And again, it's even better when you see it the second time around. So make sure you see it in theaters and whenever it hits streaming. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in to Decisions, baby.
A special edition. Bye.
Mwah. If you are a patron member, that's right, go on over to patreon.com/horrible decisions. That's where you can get all of the X-rated, raunchy discussions about sex. It's bonus, bitches, but also welcome to another episode of Horrible Decisions.
In the new year, this is our first recording of the year, y'all.
in 2025.
Let's see. We're 6 days in while recording this.
Yes, and I just got back from St. Croix last
Now, what did
night.
you find out if they're Croatians? What are they?
It's Crucian. They're Crucian. I guess we can start there. Actually, you know what? Before I talk about St. Croix, only because you guys were asking, I guess I'll take it right back to our town hall, the week of Christmas. So I'll update you guys with two things with my family, but also if you were on Patreon, you will know that I had a date to a basketball game. So y'all know I still want to mix in a little bit of my love life here and my everything else life. So Christmas, I plan to stay alone. Because I ended up not traveling to Orlando. Little did I know that my friends and family got together to surprise me. So
wait, they weren't coming the next day?
No, bitch. The day after Christmas, that was a fucking surprise.
I thought your parents were coming.
No, my mom told me she had to work. And she was like, well, we can do New Year's. And I was like, bitch, I'm going to be in St. Croix for New Year's. So I said, I'll see y'all in the next year. And so my friend planned, we were going to go to this arcade place. And I turn around and my mom and sister are there.
That is so sweet. I would have freaked out. Did she get your reaction?
They came up. Yeah, my sister, they recorded it. They got me. I was so shocked. However, I did want to speak to being a fucking adult. And I now understand why grandmothers and the old people put plastic on the sofas. Because, baby, also, I don't know what convinced me to get a fucking white couch. Mind you, they didn't bring their dogs, thank God. But, bitch, I am literally, the anxiety that I have about people sitting and doing anything on my goddamn couch is leap years and bounds away from anything I've ever experienced. I'm like, I should have just stuck with getting couches from IKEA or something. Jesus fucking Christ. Because I'm stressed. But put a sheet on my sofa the whole time. We had a great time. We went and watched Mufasa at the movie where you sit and do dinner. We had a great time. So it was great to spend time with family. Now, here's the thing. Y'all, I had that date planned, y'all know, to go to the Hawks game with Scientist Bay. Well, this is where I don't know if I ruined this. Tell me what you think. I don't know if I ruined or made it seem like, I don't know. Tell me. So basically, I didn't want to cancel the date with him. So I say, hey, can you send me the section of the seats? Because I'll buy my mom.
Oh, I remember you said that.
I said, I'll buy my mom and sister section, a seat in the section or one nearby. Bitch, he didn't have me on the roof. Like I sat here and made a joke about. That nigga had us in the suite. The suite area with free food and all that shit. So the money that I didn't spend
he said,
on a flight to
talk
Orlando.
about me on a motherfucking podcast.
Bitch, I end up, it was a really
That's
nice.
really what that was.
It was really good seats. And I was like, fuck. So then I go on StubHub and I'm trying to find seats for my mom and sister. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't spend the $600 on a flight, so I'm going to spend $600 on tickets for my mom and sister to enjoy the game. But they enjoyed the game. They hopped on the road right after. And, yeah, it ended up being good.
So they met your mom? He met your mom?
He did meet my mom, but this is what I be saying.
It don't mean nothing.
Didn't mean shit. He met my mom and my sister.
Wait, did we have an episode where we just talked about that? Oh, yeah, that was Town Hall, where the girl was like, in the way that they met the parents. So what did you and your mom talk about him after?
No, and here's the thing with all my friends, all my family, I hate everybody. They're like, of course, I have a type, and that's just what it is. And everyone just needs to stop acknowledging it in front of the motherfuckers, though. Even at our live show in at Sony Hall in December.